and welcome to the Sonic Boomers Podcast. I'm Pete Torriello.
And I'm Maureen Torriello.
And we are your Sonic Boomers, and every week or so we get together and we talk about, well, different things that are on our mind that are sometimes interest to the boomer generation and sometimes even beyond that.
And sometimes nobody gives
and
a
sometimes
shit.
nobody gives a damn about what we have to say, which is probably most of the time.
No, I like to think that, we're entertaining.
Yeah. But it does bolster our egos to do this podcast. So,
And that's what's most important. Because Pete doesn't have much of an ego at all.
Torriello spends 8 hours
so
a day
much.
on the radio when he gets off the air and he has to go into a podcast too. What is wrong with that guy?
Nothing.
So this week, we're talking about the things that we are sick and tired of. Now, I got to have a drink of my sangria. First of all, I want to thank Kevin and Ron Siskel, who are our neighbors, Kevin Fay and Ron Siskel, and they brought us homemade sangria the other day. Ron makes this sangria, and they brought us a big picture of it, and I got to tell you, this is terrific.
It's good stuff.
This is really good, and I'm going to need this to get through this show without killing somebody, so hang on.
Glug, glug, glug.
All right. Maureen has iced tea. You're going to wish you had this.
I do wish, but it's early in the day, and if I have that now, I won't make it through the podcast. I'll fall asleep.
Yeah. It's actually 2:45 in the afternoon when we're recording this podcast. So don't think I'm sitting here having sangria at like 9 o'clock in the morning or something.
Oh, well, that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
So, do you want to go first?
Okay, I don't get as hissy as you do about things, but there is one thing that's been on my mind as the seasons come to change.
Okay.
And that's the summer haters and the fall lovers. Why can't people just get along? If you like summer like I do, I live for the summer. I am sad to see it go. I revel in the summer, and it's a wonderful thing. And yet there are those that'll be like, anybody that loves the summer, what the hell is wrong with you? You like to sweat. You like to be miserable. All this heat is oppressive. Blah 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 blah. And
you should say, well, if the truth be known, yes, I do like to sweat, and I like it when my underarms smell like a grilled cheese sandwich.
And conversely, it's the fall people.
Yeah.
Oh, sweater weather. Oh, I can't wait to curl up with
the
a blanket
leaves,
around me, the leaves and the pumpkin spice
coffee. Yeah. By the way, pumpkin spice coffee is it's awful. It's awful.
I don't know if I've ever had the coffee.
It's the only kind of coffee that I like is good old fashioned coffee, not Lake and Lodge coffee, not these flavored coffees. No. Coffee is not supposed to be flavored. I'm sorry.
I like the Cinnabon one.
Yeah, I know you like that.
Yeah.
You like that. Yeah, Kevin was nice enough to bring you that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I do
We
like
love
that.
Kevin and Ron. We love you guys.
But so I mean the whole fall versus summer. You can like what you like, and I'm fine with that. But it's the vitriol and the like slamming each other. I mean, I'm always cold, as you know, and it takes a lot for me to be too hot. Even in 90-degree weather in the summer, you will see me with maybe long sleeves on, maybe a sweater. When it gets down to 70, I'm just always cold, and it's like I can't help it. And people will say to me, well, just put on a sweater. Well, when I'm sitting there with a sweater, a turtleneck, a blanket wrapped around me, and I'm still shivering.
And a hot water bottle.
Or drinking hot chocolate or, holding a hot tea, and I'm still cold, I'm sorry. It's not an easy thing. If it was that easy to get warm for me, I would like fall or I would like winter. It isn't. I don't. That's it. If you keep that up, I'm going to unfriend you.
It is amazing that Maureen and I are still together, after these 45 years because she likes it hot and I like it cooler.
Yes.
Like, I'm the guy in the house who's always running around turning on the HVAC. And when the stalactites and stalactites, or whatever they call them, the icicles, start forming, then I know that I've got it just where I want it. And Maureen is miserable. And then if the AC is off like it is now, and it's 81 degrees in the house now, and I'm just starting to perspire, she's comfortable.
I am comfortable.
She's look at her. She's so happy. She's comfortable.
I even put on long sleeves today.
I'm starting to schwitz here, and I'm ready to go down the hall and turn on the AC.
I mean, truthfully, right now it is a little on the sticky side.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if it was up to me, I would run the AC just enough to cool it down and then shut the darn thing off.
Yeah.
Not keep it going and going and going.
She knows if I turn it on, it's on like
Forever.
right through bedtime.
Yeah. So that's my pet peeve.
Well, you bring up a point, and that is the vitriol.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about you liking the summer and disliking the fall. It's about anything that you want to talk about today. And this is where I'm going to start getting crazy. You may very soon, in a few minutes, you'll probably see me starting to froth at the mouth.
So tune in.
People cannot agree to disagree agreeably.
True.
They can't do it.
True.
I had put a post, actually somebody had put a post up on one of the social media sites that I frequent. And all that the person said was, they were talking about the high price of gasoline.
Right.
And people were comparing the price of gasoline at different stations around the neighborhood.
Right. Who's got the best
Who's
deal?
got the best deal? Okay. That's all that the discussion should have been. And somebody right away chimes in, well, that's all Biden's fault. That's the Democrats' fault. And now it becomes a hate Biden, hate the Democrats party. Look, if you're a Republican, God bless you. If you're a Democrat, God bless you. If you're an independent, God bless you. If you voted for Trump, God bless you. You practiced your right as an American to cast your vote. If you voted for Biden, God bless you. If you voted for Mickey friggin' Mouse, God bless you. But why are you talking about this on a community website when...
Uh-oh, here we go. He's going to be in trouble now.
I'm telling you. And I like this website. I like this
I know you
website
do.
because you're supposed to be on this website. You're supposed to be talking about the old days of growing up in the neighborhood and hanging out at the shopping center and hanging out at the playground and
Right.
who was your
Happy
teacher
memories, yeah.
happy memories. Why are we talking about politics on a website like this? Why are we doing this? Can you tell me that? Because you're ruining it for the people that aren't crazy. You're ruining it.
I'm very sorry for you.
I'm
Sorry
telling
for your
you,
loss.
and nobody can. And you know what? Even if you want to have a political discussion, have it respectfully. Have it respectfully.
Right, you can't. People can't just state their points, their bullet points, their arguments for or against a subject. It becomes, not only do I think this and this, but if you don't, then you're an idiot.
You're an idiot. You're stupid.
And
It gets into name calling and how God only knows what the heck last year's Thanksgiving table looked like, and maybe COVID. And the fact that a lot of Thanksgivings were canceled last year and families did not get together probably saved a few fistfights from breaking out. Because you know that when families get together and it turns to a political discussion, you know that dishes will fly.
Well, I don't know about
Mashed
dishes.
potatoes will be hurled across the table. It could get really nasty in a hurry.
Well, and families can break up over it.
Oh, yeah.
You
There's
know,
families that they don't talk to one another. Oh, we haven't talked in years. Well, why not? Well, because back when Nixon and Kennedy were running, I said that I thought Nixon looked like he slept in his clothes on the debate. And we haven't spoken. Really? Really? This is, I had a friend, a fellow ham radio operator, and our friendship ended because all that I did was I had suggested that they eliminate the
Electoral
college. And he right away hands it back to me and says, well, that's because your guy lost. Right away, it becomes, and I'm like, it has nothing to do with my guy lost. You know, your guy won. Congratulations. My guy lost. Too bad, so sad. I'm just saying that no matter who wins an election, the Electoral College has outlived its usefulness. That's all I'm saying. And it just got nastier, and we haven't spoken in years.
Yeah.
We have not spoken in years, him and I. And we were good friends. We used to
I know.
hang out and do ham radio together and meet at the diner and have breakfast.
Right.
That ended.
And to your credit, you even extended an olive branch to him when he moved. You sent him a congratulatory note and said, you know, good luck in your new
luck
home.
in your
and
new
stuff.
home, and, yeah.
And it just fell on
Nothing.
deaf ears.
Nothing.
And, I mean, so you have to kind of write it off at that point.
Yeah.
You did all you could.
Yeah, that's a schmuck.
Yeah.
That's what I call a schmuck. And I just can't understand this. Why we cannot agree to disagree agreeably. And I don't know where this started. I don't know where this got started. How did it get to be so bad that Americans cannot agree on what time it is? They can't agree on what day. What's kind of like the Congress. Our Congress can't agree on anything either. And I'm not blaming that on anybody. I'm not saying Democrats. I'm just saying Congress cannot agree on anything. Don't make it, Torriello made a political statement. I'm not. But anything. People cannot agree on the day of the week that it is
Yeah.
without getting nasty.
That's the thing that bothers me is the nastiness. You know, people are different. You will have differences of opinion from now until the end of time.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be hateful about it. You know, we're all God's children. We're all meant to be together.
Let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya, my Lord. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying.
There's no reason for it.
Agree to I think Ed Popularski gave us that line. Agree to disagree agreeably.
I love that.
So easy. It's so easy just to have a friendly discussion, and you make your point. And you know what? Maybe you might sway me. Maybe you might show me something that I didn't think of before. You know, I'm not an unreasonable person. I'm really not. And I have a buddy who is 180 degrees politically the other side of where I am. And we have these long drives out to Gettysburg because we're both history buffs and we're Gettysburg buffs. And we'll drive out there together, and invariably we get to talking about politics. And we can disagree with each other. We can disagree with each other in a spirited fashion, but there's never any profanity. There's never any "you're stupid" or "what the hell are you thinking" or "how could." It's a discussion, and when the discussion is ended, I think we go back to our neutral quarters, and I always kid him and say, "Well, you know what? You think what you think, and I think what I think, and maybe at the end of the day, two of us are full of shit."
Could be.
We probably
It's
are.
very likely.
Very likely that we are. And I think that is probably the thing that is bothering me the most right now. The level of anger that there is. You know, you're at a traffic light, and God forbid the light turns green.
Oh, if you take more than 2 seconds, step on the
Wah,
gas.
wah. And it's not, you know, there's two ways to honk your horn. Okay. There's the polite way,
Toot toot.
which is what I try to do. The light turns green, and I'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And if the guy in front of me hasn't moved by then, I'll go beep, beep, or just beep on the, just to say, hey, the light's green. No, you get these jackasses that have to go, which is the horn equivalent of F you.
Yeah.
You know, it's everywhere. Everybody wants to fight you. People disagree on a message board. Oh yeah, well I'll meet you in the school. And these are men who are in their 50s.
Yeah.
Right. I'll meet you in the schoolyard. Yeah, I'm at the corner of so and so and so. Come and get me. I'll meet you in the school. And I'm like, what are we in friggin' high school? What are we in 7th grade again?
Maybe.
You know, meet me here.
Maybe they
Now,
haven't
what
progressed
the
past
hell?
that.
What, do you drag your knuckles on the ground when you walk too? I mean, come on.
It's crazy.
Just the,
It's
just the
crazy.
level of anger, and it's on everything. It's on everything. This country is the most divided that it has been, I think, since the Civil War. I think maybe even more divided.
Maybe.
Maybe even more divided.
Well, I mean, now we're divided in like many issues.
Yeah.
The Civil War is basically one or two issues.
Yeah.
It was states' rights. It was slavery. You know, that's about it. You know, now it's like
It's
you
everything.
Said, it's every darn
What day
thing.
is today?
Yeah, it's like
It's Tuesday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday.
you know, it's immigration, it's pollution, it's global warming, it's gas pipelines,
Pandemic. It's the
pandemic,
vaccine. It's the vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers and
it's you know, like
yeah.
like you said, it's you know every freaking thing.
Absolutely crazy. And it's tiring.
It is
It's
tiring,
really tiring.
and you don't sometimes you're tired and you don't know why.
Yeah.
And then you start like thinking about stuff and like. I get a headache. You know, it's kind of like I get to a point where I just don't want to do a darn thing because I'm just so immobilized by this darkness that has befallen the land, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, it
it's-
sounds kind of over dramatic maybe, but it's kind of how
Yeah,
I feel.
It's tiring. It's just really mentally and physically exhausting and things that you should be enjoying, like looking at your favorite pages on the internet or your favorite community sites or message boards. And you're enjoying it all of a sudden you get down so many messages and boom, it's like the bomb goes off. Somebody had to say something political and now the verbal bombs are bursting in air, flying back and forth, and
yeah,
it ruins the experience.
it does.
So, for Christ's sake, folks, just stop. All right? Just stop. Stop already.
You know, don't wind Pete up any more than he already
Please,
is.
you know?
Please.
My blood pressure is high enough. Well, it's time now for our trivia question.
Okay.
And I've got mine ready to go for you. You got yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now you like politics, so I think I'll
Yes.
give you this is Life and Times.
Okay.
What convicted Watergate conspirator sired a son named Saint? Well, there's only a few to pick from.
Oh, no, there are quite a few. How about John Ehrlichman?
Nope. E. Howard Hunt.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was a rabid dog.
Can you
Howard
imagine?
Hunt. He was, yeah.
Your son's name is Saint?
Yeah.
Saint Hunt.
Yes, not a cool guy. Well, none of those guys were cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They broke the law, for heaven's sake, and did it with absolute impunity. All right, here we go. TV question.
Okay.
Where was the Frank Sinatra TV special, The Main Event, held? Where was the Frank Sinatra TV special, The Main Event, held? Your time begins now.
I'm kind of leaning in two different directions, and I'm not sure which one I should pick. I'm going to go with I don't know, Hoboken? Vegas? Those were my two thoughts.
The Main Event. The Main Event. What does that
In
refer
Maine?
to? No, the Main Event.
I don't know.
Think of boxing.
Madison Square Garden?
Madison Square Garden.
Oh.
That's where it was held.
Okay, that was not one of
The
my
Howard
thoughts.
Cosell did the introduction on it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
over O.
oh, we were 0 for 2 or whatever. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Sonic Boomers. If you would like to write to us, and after this show you may want to write to us, you can send it to us at sonicboomers at Proton Mail. See, that's not a good mail thing because it's not on the tip of my tongue yet.
Okay.
Sonicboomers at protonmail.com. We'll get it
Right.
through to us. Sonic Boomers, one word, at protonmail.com. gmail.com.
And please write and leave us a message. Don't just unfriend us.
Yeah, be nice.
Be nice.
Be nice. If
We
you have a
wanna- we
bone
wanna
to
hear
pick with
from
us, be nice.
Stand in line.
I used to tell that to my kids when they were little.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say to them, no, you cannot do this. Clean up that room or whatever. And they'd be,
Dad, you're mean.
you're mean.
We
we're,
hate you."
we're mad at you. And I would tell them, take a number and stand in line with everybody else that's mad at me. Until next week, I'm Pete Torriello.
And I'm Maureen Torriello.
Goodbye. God bless you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for listening.